Back at Lebanon High School, the Tullahoma Wildcats have advanced to the second round of the TSSAA playoffs with a 25-6 victory over the Lebanon Blue Devils. The Wildcats took a 13-0 first half lead. Derek Crutchfield caught a 33-yard touchdown pass from Steve Matthews to get the Cats on the board, and then Maurice Shaw, who owned the football tonight for Tullahoma, ran 7 yards to make it 13-0 at the half. Lebanon came out, however, fired up in the third quarter. Driving down the field, Tony Eckler fired a 23-yard pass to Raymond Shockley with 4:13 left in the third to cut it to 13-6 as the extra point kick was no good. But then after that, after another strong defensive stand by the Blue Devils, Tullahoma just gave the ball to Maurice Shaw, and he just ate the clock up as time ran down. And the scoring concluded with an interception return for a touchdown by linebacker Antonio London. So for the Blue Devils, their season ends on a sour note, ending with an 8-3 record. But certainly I don't think any Lebanon fan can honestly say they did not enjoy this season. At the start of the season, I'm sure most people were expecting another long year for the Blue Devils, even with Mark Medley in as the new head coach. But they were pleasantly surprised by a strong group of juniors as well as a strong group of seniors for the Blue Devils. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank certain people who have helped our telecast along the line through the year, particularly W.A. Wright here at Lebanon High School. A few principals around treat their press box guests as well as W.A., and I'd like to thank him. And, of course, I'd like to thank Coach Mark Medley for stopping by the TV 66 studios every Saturday morning to talk with Wayne Rinks. And, of course, the Blue Devil players themselves for providing the fans of Lebanon with a fine football season. So that'll wrap it up for Lebanon Blue Devil football 1987. For cameraman Randall Hughes and spotter and director Wayne Rinks, this has been Andy Reed saying so long from Lebanon High School.
Unless you've ever needed an emergency room, you may never have considered selecting one in advance. When minutes count and you only have seconds, it's comforting to know you can depend on University Medical Center. UMC has physicians on duty in the emergency department 24 hours a day and the very latest equipment to take care of medical emergencies. University Medical Center, located at 1411 Badura Parkway, Lebanon, a National Medical Enterprises healthcare facility. If a new car is in your future, you need to see Liberty State Bank. The loan officers at Liberty State Bank can help make your dream a reality with a loan on your next car or truck, new or used. An auto loan from Liberty State Bank will put you in the driver's seat. Liberty State Bank, 1035 West Main in Lebanon. Also with offices in Watertown, Liberty, and Alexandria. Liberty State Bank, member FDIC. If a new home is in your future, call Fight Realty Company in Lebanon. Fight Realty knows their business and they know the area. They've served Lebanon and Wilson County for over 41 years. For residential, commercial, industrial, or farm real estate needs, call Fight Realty Company in Lebanon at 444-0723. Their Nashville number is 256-8358. You'll go right when you go with Fight. Fight Realty Company in Lebanon, 109 South Cumberland. For quality name brand aluminum and vinyl siding, trim work for brick homes, replacement windows, and carport and patio covers, call Volunteer Aluminum Company. The owner, George Johnson, has been a Lebanon resident for 22 years, and he stands ready to serve you in all your aluminum and vinyl home improvement needs. Volunteer Aluminum Company in Gallatin. In business 11 years. Phone 449-3023.
Mark Medley, congratulations on a good season. A tough loss last night to Tullahoma.
Well, we appreciate the congratulations on a good season. And like you say, it was a tough loss, and you know our kids, they took it that way, which we expect them to do.
Well, Maurice Shaw was running through there most of the time. A few times in the second half when you came back, your defense got after him good, stopped him pretty good a few times. But Shaw was pretty much unstoppable last night.
Yes, he was. You know, there comes a time when you have to give credit where credit's due, and I think that goes to Tullahoma. Not only did Shaw do an outstanding job running the football, but their people up front did a good job. You know, for the most part of the night, they controlled the football game.
Looking back on the season, certainly a successful one for you as your first-year head coach out here at Lebanon High School. Lebanon High School winning the district, going into the playoffs for the first time in several years. Looking back on the season, just 3 people beat you, didn't they? Smyrna, Shelbyville, and Tullahoma.
Right.
And all of those games, with the exception of one last night, were certainly winnable going into that fourth quarter or well into the fourth quarter. Last night, it seemed like once Shaw got rolling and really got that Tullahoma offense on track, there just wasn't a whole heck of a lot that could be done to stop it.
Yes, I think you're exactly right. And, you know, with the exception of last night, even in the Smyrna game and in the game against Shelbyville, I felt like our people maybe played harder than the people we were playing against. And that was true pretty much throughout the season. But I think last night, you just have to hand it to Tullahoma. They came in here a little hungrier than we were. You know, the first half they controlled us, and we came out the second half, and for a while, you know, we made it a battle for them. But then they came back and put the third one in the end zone, and then, you know, the last one they got, it was an interception when we were throwing out of desperation. But you know, I think maybe they wanted a little bit more than we did, and I'm not saying that from the standpoint that our kids didn't want it, but there comes a time when, you know, you come up against people and maybe they get after you a little harder, and I think that was evident last night, especially in the first half.
Coach, this is going to be the last time for a while. We're going to have you here on the show on a Saturday morning, unless we can get you to come on down to the role of a commentator and talk to us about it. Talk about the seniors that you've got who played their last game for Lebanon High School last night.
Well, as a group, they're an exceptional bunch. We met back in the weight room back in March when I was hired as football coach at Lebanon High School, and I told that group of people, and there was close to 100 people in there at the time, that any good football team that I'd ever been around, there was good seniors on it. And, you know, we had 15 of them last night who played their last football game for Lebanon High School. They're 15 quality young men. They've been leaders for us all year. I think that's evident in the way our season has gone. We're going to miss them, but they've left a lot of good things behind them there, not only in terms of 8 victories, but they've left a lot of good leadership that's going to have to be picked up by someone else, and they've established a lot for us this year.
All right, looking ahead a little bit to next year, and I know that's putting a lot of pressure on you here. You just got this year finished up. But looking ahead to next year, you got a bunch of quality players coming back too, don't you?
Yes, we do. We have a good nucleus of skilled people coming back, and some people up front that have gained some playing time, and we have some younger people. If they'll do a good job for us in the weight room this winter and gain some strength, and we feel like we can have another good football team next year.
All right, Coach, going to put you on the spot. You know a lot of the teams, saw some of them firsthand and heard a lot about the others. Who are you picking? Who are we going to be looking at up in Nashville for the final of the Class AAA?
You know, I think it'll be a battle in the western part of the state, maybe between Gallatin and Germantown, and coming back to the eastern part of the state. You know, when somebody beats you, you hope they go on and do well. I hope Tullahoma can do that, but I think Jefferson County probably is the team to beat in the eastern part of the state.
Okay, you're leaving Shelbyville out because they had such a tough time with Oakland?
Well, you know, we've played Shelbyville, and Shelbyville has some quality athletes, but you know, I don't think Shelbyville is a team that is a caliber team that we played last night as an entire unit. I know Coach Crawford, the Shelbyville coach, made mention of the fact after our ball game that we were a better team than Tullahoma was. Of course, he played Tullahoma the third ball game of the season.
He didn't do us any favors with that, did he?
No, he didn't do us any favors, and I told Coach Gaddis that last night that he should send Coach Crawford a thank you card for the comment he made. But anyway, you know, I think you know, Tullahoma, they have to play Cleveland next week, and Cleveland, of course, has a good football team, and East Tennessee football is year in and year out maybe a notch tougher than Middle Tennessee and West Tennessee. But you know, Tullahoma, if they play well and Shaw runs the ball like he did, they're going to be tough to handle.
You got it. Coach, thank you a lot, and congratulations on a good season. And tell everybody out there on the team that we appreciate having them on TV 66 this year and look forward to it next year.
Well, thank you, Wayne, and we appreciate the coverage that you give our people here at TV 66.